One of the most pristine settings in all of sports. In the shadows of the San Gabriels, the Rose Bowl in Pasadena, California, it will come alive when the powder balloon-clad fans start the 8-clap and UCLA, ready to roll. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the Appalachian State Mountaineers, taking on another team from the Big 12, the UCLA Bruins. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. He'll call for the fair catch here. On first down, here comes this offense. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
They've got the screen set up. Turns it on in midfield. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy.
There's a lot of different ways this offense can attack you throwing the ball. One of them is getting the running back going, and the screen is a great way to get him lathered up and get the defense starting to think about him a little bit more now.
The Mountaineers will snap it on 1st and 10. Takes the handoff, and he's going right. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Moving into scoring territory at the 36 on first down. Going to the running game. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Moving out of the pocket. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. And he was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
Just inside the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 19. Leaves it with the running back. Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance when you got that 300-plus pound.
Touchdown, App State! A great catch and run for 6. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
Fair catch, called for and made. Here comes the offense on first down. Power football with the run. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wide receiver shows motion. On 2nd down, wants to throw. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And the Bruins will try to pin them back with the punt. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. First boot of the day is on its way. He was called on 3 times in that loss last week. State regains possession and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to... And they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle, nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Winston. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
You know, and that's why this guy can play 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
On the run, it's Pierre. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
And the Mountaineers have this offense rolling. They'll run the counter. They'll put the brakes on him at the 21, give him a yard.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Got his man on the right. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Man, nice job by the quarterback there, working through his progressions. Nothing open down the field, so he checks it down to his drag route coming from the slot receiver to get the completion.
To the ground to try to pick up the first. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. The give on fourth down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. This should be the last play of the quarter. Fast motion in the jet sweep. They make the stop, and that'll bring the first quarter to a close.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, App State 7, UCLA 0.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. They move the tight end all over. The play action fake. Firing to the right, complete. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
Some crossing routes are designed to beat man coverage, but that one worked out pretty well in zone. Nice job by the QB and receiver being on the same page, finding a soft spot, and getting the completion.
The run from the shotgun. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
On the move to his left. And the heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. The Bruins racing to the line in the hurry-up. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. He's looking downfield to throw. He's got his man. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Talk about aggressive. This head coach is keeping the offense on the field inside his own 30. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Going to try to get it himself. At the 40, there he goes. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around.
Some programs just seem to be built for a great passing game. The patron saint of Bruin passers is Troy Aikman.
And honestly, Reese, it makes me think of the UCLA blue, the sweet uniforms with the gold, just quarterbacks looking sweet, McNown, DTR, looking the part, being the part.
That's a nice looking run. That reminds me of Jonathan Franklin, Maurice Jones-Drew, Zach Charbonnet. In recent years, they've had a lot of ability at the running back position. How about this name, though? Little known fact. The great Jackie Robinson also played running back for UCLA, and you know he's smiling down from heaven watching that last game.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. They've methodically worked it down the field. This the 11th play of the drive, but the defense can get off the field now. Zings it complete to the right. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. He got it. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Kept it on the ground on first down. See if they stick with that plan on second. Looking for a crease. It's Winston. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles. They couldn't stop the offense from picking up that first down on that run play.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. He's looking to throw. Feeling some heat. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. You put it all on display on that side.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Complete downfield. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
Fires complete on the crosser. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. The Mountaineers come to the line with a new set of downs. The give to the back. Shakes off the defender. Headed to the end zone. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, App State. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
14, UCLA, 3.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but, man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the 3rd quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
Whew, boy, this freshman quarterback has a hose. Did he sing that thing in there? The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Using the quick game. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. This offense has a second down play. Looking to throw it again. Unloads to the right. Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. Takes it the other way. He's at the 20. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Appalachian State. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Nebraska is ahead early in Lincoln, but that's not exactly Mike Rozier out there running the ball. This game is a long way from over. They're up by a field goal over Oregon. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He's going to run it. He was able to squirt free and pick up a few and avoid a negative play there. Spreads out 4 receivers, trips right, a single receiver to the left on 2nd and 7. Quick strike complete. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
At midfield, he's got room. There's a timeout call as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to go up top on first down. He'll pull it down. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Nice job by the QB. You can tell they want to push it down the field. They want to be aggressive on first down, which I love, which is really hard to stop from a defensive standpoint. But does a good job scrambling outside the pocket, picking up the first down, and then saving his life. Good job. Get out of bounds.
He makes a grab, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bruin.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement. And be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Mountaineers will kick it off to start the second half.
Set to kick this one away.
He'll call for the fair catch here. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one, put your best plays together, start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
Fires on the move. It's caught. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. He wants to throw. Finds his tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Fast motion from the offense. With jet sweep pass. breaks the tackle. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
Hard-earned yards, man. You got to get these first downs any way you can. Sometimes it's not going to be easy, and you can't just do it conventionally handing it off. This offense is going to have to be creative. Football is a game of inches, and you've just got to find the angles to give yourself an advantage. That creative play call right there really helped them.
And the Bruins want to pick up the tempo.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. From the gun on third down. He's got the back in the middle. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down. It'll bring up a big decision. They'd hoped to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the 4th down.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Makes the grab, and he's got the first. Touchdown, UCLA! You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they finish it off with a touchdown toss from the 23. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. A fair catch called for and made. Appalachian State regains possession, and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
They'll throw it on first down. Gets it out fast. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
Well, on offense, you have got to love the way your offensive line is playing in this game. They're getting tremendous movement up front. They're climbing in the second level and really giving these backs and ball carriers a lot of room to run all game long.
Single back formation, and they give it to him. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Using his legs, it's Winston. The Mountaineers are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
Ball spotted at the 27. It's 1st and 10. And the ball is picked off. Made the play on the pick, was hoping to make one on the return. He'll have to settle for letting the offense pay it off from the 26.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
UCLA will go back to work on offense. The run to the right. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do, and when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Really good job by the defense getting to the quarterback and getting him on the ground for no gain. It's tough. Once you get there and get pressure, it's so hard to get these guys on the ground because they're elusive. Really good job wrapping them up and getting to the ground.
Finds him out of the backfield. And he's going to be just short of the first down. It's going to bring up a decision for this coach.
And as an offense, that's just why you cannot get behind the sticks in these types of situations. Third in California is hard to complete and is hard to convert for anybody. And even though the running back is able to do something positive on that third down play, it's just too many yards to gain, and now they're forced to punt.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
One of the things I love about these misdirection-type plays is that you can pull offensive linemen and get extra bodies at the point of attack. So you're setting yourself up with good angles if you execute it properly, David, and you saw it right there.
And saying the word angles means a lot because that's exactly what you do. Now I can block down and I can leave somebody unblocked, pull around, kick him out, use misdirection in the backfield. Really just get your eyes as a defense on something else and then go the other direction. Nice misdirection play call by this offense.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. He's got his man.
And that is exactly where the football was supposed to go. Offensive coordinators call drag routes, anticipating man coverage. Even though the ball's only traveling 2, 3, 4 yards down the field, if the receiver is able to get a rub and create some separation and the quarterback hits him in stride, that little completion, that can turn into a 20, 30-yard gain.
The give to the tailback. Powers through the defender. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Ball's at the 27. It's 3rd and short. Can they avoid making that 4th down decision? They'll try to bully their way for the first. And the Mountaineers get it past the sticks.
Well, as a defense, you know this is going to be a challenge every time you face this offense. They're one of the 25 best in the nation at getting first downs because they can pick them up in a variety of ways, including running the football. You have got to be physical when facing off against this offense.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the run. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Second down. That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, App State 21, UCLA 18.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. Finds a soft spot in the middle. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Let's see what they've dialed up on 3rd and long from the 22. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to get to it. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. The Mountaineers come to the line in the hurry-up. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it. He's not going to get there, and they'll have to give up the football.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
From the gun, give on the inside. Got it across the 20 and out to the 23, a pickup of 4.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. 1st and 10. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
All right, that's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this year they wanted to really improve their pass defense and their secondary and coverage. Nice job there.
Looking to the big tight end. Makes a connection. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Holds and fires complete to the right. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And I don't like the play call, guys. Screen pass at this point of the game against the defense, playing big zones, prevent, trying to keep the ball in front. It's just not going to work. You got to take shots offensively.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
QB decided not to hand it off on that RPO. Defense, great job taking the throwaway, now setting up 4th.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. The offense pops it up, and they were on the move. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Man, you know, sometimes ball carriers just have to know when the fight is over. And this guy, he's trying to drive. He's low to the ground. He's doing everything he possibly can to get the 1st down. But, David, he got a little bit careless with that ball security there.
Yeah, and listen, I'm okay with it when it's 4th down. Like, 4th down and goal, and I got to reach that ball. 1st down, 2nd down, I can't fumble. But right there, if I'm stretching the ball and I'm trying to get it across that plane, so be it. I don't know if he was going to get it anyways, but big play by the defense, big stop. Now your offense gets to go right on the field.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. They'll stop him at the 46 after a 5-yard pickup.
When the offense can run the football and you can feature a guy like this that will get more yards than his block, that you can really depend on, hangs on to the football, like, it makes offense super easy, especially down the stretch when you want to eat that clock and you want to possess the football. Just nice to have that kind of guy.
All down at the 39-yard line, but he's got 15 yards on the play and a fresh set of downs. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Snags it over the middle. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get 2 bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
Here we go. 3rd down and 1. Let's see what you're made of. Maybe some confusion on the snap count there. That's maybe what caused the false start. Either way, offense is penalized. It's third down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. This defense will try to keep everything in front. Immediately fires to the middle. And he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. They'll keep the offense on the field on fourth down already with a one-possession lead. Wide out in motion. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And the runner is down, and so is a flag. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. First down here for the offense. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. First down here for the offense. Trying to outflank them on the jet sweep. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Listen, the offense stars those plays where they want to get their playmakers the ball, and the defense understands it as well. I got to know when that guy comes in motion, he's a legit threat. They did, and you could tell they pulled the trigger and went and made a nice play.
On second down, he'll let it fly. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and third down is coming.
Third and long, defense knows the pass is coming, so they're going to have guys with their eyes on the QB, but they are going to try to get to him with pressure, pinning their ears back. If you're on offense, you might be thinking blitz here. You better get rid of this one quick.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. He'll try to do it himself. And he is not going to get there as the defense gets him on the ground.
You just feel like throughout the course of this game, this guy's just going to have to make plays like this, right? Things aren't always going to be perfect, and protection's not going to be ideal. You're going to have to play with some effort, make some scrambles, make some things happen when plays break down, and at least try to put your offense in good positions. Wasn't able to get the first down there, but now he makes this decision a little more interesting here on fourth.
On fourth down, looking to pass. Getting some heat. And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on fourth down.
Well, that play never had a chance. On fourth down, they're trying to catch the defense off guard, throwing for it, but no protection. Quarterback didn't have an opportunity to step up and get rid of that football. Give the defense credit, man. Tremendous aggression there on fourth.
To the ground with the back. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. On second down, let's see if they go right back to the run and put this game on ice. Rides to the back. Brought down at the 25 after a 5-yard gain. It'll be a first down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. They'll give it to the back. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing, of course. This team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game. Running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end, you need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
You can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time, and then look up, and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle, they can make sure that everybody else is focused to the task at hand in order to get the W.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast